One can go back. Once again, you're all welcome to our evening session of our daily dose of Aurum Foundation. It's good to see Mr. Johnson on the call, Mommy T, Faustina, Mr. Odyssey, my good man, Mr. AY Obafemi on the call, Terence, Ruti, it's good to see you on the call, Newton, Cyrus, Shibundu, and all my lovely people. Mommy T of the Most High. Zara Mwangi, you are my co-host. You're one of my co-hosts for today. So please let me add the people as they come on the call. I'm going to go straight to sharing my screen and talking about the opportunity that we have today. Yes, so if you can see my screen, can you give me the alphabet B? If you can see my screen, just type for me the alphabet B. Awesome. Good to see that we have people following up right now. So, guys, before we go deep into what we have to show, I need to let you know that I am not your financial advisor. I am your financial tutor. The opportunity you're going to hear me talk about is something I've taken advantage of, and it is changing my life as we speak. And so, we desire to show you this opportunity and show you how you can have this as a veritable stream of income in these times, because you never can tell. It's always good to have multiple streams of income. And so, after listening to what I have to say, the decision will be left for you to do what you please with it. So, once again, you're welcome. And if you can see my screen, okay, so we're going to be talking about Aurum Foundation, understanding a modern fintech ecosystem. Please note that I will be using some words that are not particular to anything else but AI finance. Words like financial technology, fintech, ecosystem, reward asset, tokenization, and the likes. And so let's get on with it.
Okay, let me share for some time. What time did you go to bed yesterday?
So
I
I need
don't
to
know.
mute some people because I'm hearing people telling them to go to bed, or what time did they go to bed yesterday? Mm. All right, welcome to Aurum Foundation. This is the company and this is the company logo. So for those of you who like to do your due diligence, please, when you go online to do your due diligence, please make sure you look for Aurum Foundation, not just Aurum, because Aurum Foundation is different from just Aurum. There are many other things on there. And so we are in the world of artificial intelligence. So the video I'm about to share with you is to show you that AI is not just a trend anymore, but a new level in finance. So please listen.
A new financial era is unfolding, powered by technology, driven by blockchain. Introducing Aurum, a smart AI-powered ecosystem built to create automated income on the blockchain. With automated AI trading bots, your capital works for you. No stress, no daily effort. Led by Brian Benson, former Binance director and fintech expert, affordable access, sustainable monthly returns, optional compounding, and real Visa card integration.
If you don't earn while you sleep, you'll work forever. Start where you are. Take action today.
Start where you are and take action today, because if you don't earn while you sleep, you will work forever. You and I know that it is not tenable to work forever. And so that's why it's important that we need to send our money messages in order to earn more money, which we call investment. So at the age and time that we're in, it's very important that we invest our monies, because there'll come a time when we cannot work the normal kind of work. And so that's why this opportunity is important to you and I, because it does show you an opportunity where you earn while you sleep. And so what is Aurum Foundation? Aurum Foundation is a decentralized fintech company dedicated to the development of innovative crypto products and AI-powered algorithms that redefine how users manage and grow their digital assets. So like Binance, that opened our eyes to the world of digital finance, The company Aurum Foundation is going to open our eyes into AI finance. Binance started in 2017 with just three products: the exchange, the staking, and the BNB tokens. In order to raise money, they have to sell the BNB tokens because as far back as 2017, a lot of people did not believe in cryptocurrency. People didn't even believe that Bitcoin was real. Even the governments of the world was criminalizing anybody who was dealing in crypto. And so Binance had to sell its token in what is called an ICO, initial coin offering, and were able to raise a meager $12 million. Well, $12 million, Binance entered into the crypto space. They not only not only survived, but they thrived because 9 years down the line, that same Binance is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. And not only that, they have over 300 million users and over 20 million users on a daily basis. Even before this call, I have used Binance. I've paid my $2, $3 in transactions I've done. So imagine 20 million people paying $2 or $3 on a daily basis. That's over $60 million, ladies and gentlemen. And so the opportunity that we have with the Aurum Foundation is exactly what people had in 2017 when Binance began. Because like Binance, Aurum Foundation is a fintech company. But unlike Binance that started with three products, Aurum Foundation started with 14 products. And right now they have about 16 products and counting. And so, in understanding what Aurum gives or Aurum portends, we need to look at the Aurum ecosystem. Please know that Aurum is not just a public exchange because it has an exchange. Aurum is not just a bank because it's got a bank. Aurum is not a trading company, even though we have over 4 AI trading for us. Instead, Aurum is a fintech company with different fintech products in its ecosystem that improves the finances of its users just by usability. And over the other corner, you can see that Aurum enters the top crypto companies to invest in 2026. You can type this on Google, on YouTube, and it's going to show you the entire article for you to read. And so what you see here is a screenshot of all the different products that Aurum ecosystem portends. These products are broken into 5 powerful headaches: AI and automation, financial infrastructure or payment systems, reward asset tokenization, blockchain, and core assets. And so if we want to go through each and every product on here, it's going to take us over 16 hours because they are really awesome. But I'm going to just touch on it and tell you the benefits that it portends if you choose to use any of these fintech products. For example, the Aurum's use AI bot increases the quantity of your crypto. So over 7 different crypto that is being traded on there has the opportunity for you and I to earn more. So for example, if you had 100 Solana in your Binance in January, by the time you come back in May, it is still 100 Solana. Maybe what would have changed is the value, that is the price per unit of Solana. But if you had that 100 Solana in the Aurum Zeus AI bot, by January, if it's at 100 Solana, by February, it will be 115. By March, it could be 130. By April, it could be 145 and so on and so forth. Why? Because the Aurum Zeus bot trades the quantity and increases it over time. The Aurum XAI bot is the flagship product of the company that everybody comes into with that earns for you between 16 to 18% in a month. The Aurum XAI Pro bot does between 7 to 12% in a month. And the Aurum AI agent, the quantum agent, works with the Aurum Nero in order to earn up to 30% for you in a month. These are some of the powerful artificial intelligence that we have that trades. What about financial infrastructure? You and I know that the fintech product that blew Binance out of the waters was the Binance Exchange. And just like Binance, Aurum has its own exchange that has secured an advanced trading platform with all you need to grow your finances. The Aurum Neobank is a next generation bank that opens you up to the digital economy and shows you how you can hold coins, trade on different bots, and also have your card being managed on there. Aurum staking gives you the opportunity to earn more based on the fact that you have your cryptocurrency in the Aurum exchange. The Aurum Flash Loan gives you the power to own 2 or 3 have these Aurum tokens, which are still at 52 cents at that infantile stage, to have these on loans for the next 1 or 2 years. You never know how much these tokens can be by that time. The Aurum Visa card and the MasterCard is what actually sold me in the business because it became clear to me that this business is changing lives. And for the fact that Visa card and MasterCard gave full partnership to this company, of course, I knew that Aurum or Visa card has done their due diligence. In regards to payment system, we have the Aurum POS and the ATM. The reward asset gives you the opportunity to own real gold and have real property in Bali, Indonesia. The Aurum Flow and the Aurum Network shows us the ability that we all have in a high performance decentralized blockchain. And finally, the Aurum token, just like the BNB token, is sure to soar because unlike Binance that had to sell tokens to begin, Aurum instead used the network model to have investors come in. And when we are up to 500,000 investors, the company has said the Aurum token will be launched. And just like the Binance token that went as much as $1,010 for one and still hovering about $645 today, we are going to see that these Aurum tokens at 52 cents are surely going to grow over time. So guys, this is just a little synopsis of all the different products that this company owns. We will be going into it into the one by one. But then you can see that there are these different services inside the Aurum ecosystem. These services range from digital wallets to payment cards, financial education, technology-assisted tools, transfers, trading, exchange, and global payments. And of course, there exist different utilities. What is the use you want for Aurum? What do you want to use Aurum for? Some use the wallets. Some use the cards and travel all over the world and switch the cards so they don't need a third party or need an exchange or carry extra codes. Some focus on having the 4AI trading for them on a daily basis and earning. Some focus on team building, and some focus on growing their cryptocurrencies with the Zeus bots. But some, like us, focus on trying to use every utility that the company owns. So at a point in time, of course, we will be growing our wealth in different fintech products of the company. And so what is the vision of Aurum? The vision is to create 1,000 new millionaires from the Aurum ecosystem by simply using the fintech products of this company. And so here we're going to listen to our CEO, Brian Benson, a man of over 27 years of experience in the world of cryptocurrency, in the world of tokenization, reward asset, Web3, and what have you, the Internet of Things. He's so good at what he does that even Forbes had him as a member in council. Being a member of council is not by money, but by the experience and all the things that you have done over time. And so we're going to listen to him as he tells us what is the vision or the mission of Aurum Foundation.
We're on a mission to create 1,000 millionaires that don't have $1 million today. So if we can come up with a system whereby there's hundreds of thousands of people in there, but 1,000 of these people turn into millionaires, then those assets are inside of our platform. That turns us into a unicorn right away. And so that's really the goal that I have as an executive at the company is how do we get people that don't have $1 million today to get them to $1 million through saving, through yield-bearing assets, through compounding interest. Through a lot of these things that have been around for a long time, but that not everyone in the world uses. And these are tools that are super important to get us there. So that's how we're measuring it internally is if we can get to the point where we have 1,000 people that have become millionaires through our system and through working with our products, then that gets us really close to the unicorn valuation. And we want to be a fintech unicorn. I think Binance was the fastest fintech unicorn ever in the history. I think it took less than 6 months. We used to have a slide about about that in our pitch deck. So I'm pretty sure I've done this before. I've been involved in one of the fastest growing fintech unicorns in the world, and I think what we have at Aurum is actually very similar to when I started at Binance.
I think what we have at
And yes, you can hear from the CEO. You can see that he's a man of experience. This is not his first rodeo. As you can see, he's done this with Binance before. Binance became successful. And so this will be someone who's experienced, who already knows how it works, and who's ready to make the difference in Aurum Foundation. Guys, our CEO, this is not run by a one-man business. And in fact, before I joined Aurum, I decided to read about this guy. I saw a lot of fake information online saying that Brian Benson is not real. He's an actor, he's an AI, he doesn't exist, never worked for Binance. And so that's why when I met him for the first time, I took pictures, I did videos with him to show that he was real. I picked his mind about what the future of Aurum Foundation is, and I tell you that I was really amazed that, of course, this man has the future of Aurum right there in his palm, and was really wonderful spending time and getting to know him. Now, this is not a one-man business, because for me, it's the first time I'm actually seeing a company that has two CEOs. Leonardo Galindez is the CEO of the Aurum Exchange. He's an ex-Binance partner, founder of his own exchange, but had to stop it in order to come to Aurum to help with the exchange. A good friend of Brian Benson, and Brian Benson brought him into the company to be part of it. And so we have a global team of different individuals that make up different parts of the business. From Shane Moran, who's the Chief Network Development Officer, to Nicholas Kellan, Ben Fofa, to Besbar, who are the venture capitalist relationship advisors. We also have the COO, who's called Andrew Isaacs, having over 18 years in investment banking experience, over 23 billion in executed transactions, and over 2 billion in digital asset deals. This was myself with Mr. Andrew Isaacs, just to let people know that he's for real, and we've met him when we were in the Maldives. So we're going to jump into talking a little bit about some of these fintech products of this company, which goes a long way to show longevity, which shows that this company is here to stay. And this is not just a wham bam, thank you ma'am kind of company, the company that has 10, 15, 20 years in its existence. In fact, if a company like Binance still exists 9 years down the line, I believe that exactly is the fate of Aurum Foundation, and even more. Because as we see on the screen, the XAI bot has earned over 641% in profit ever since it started in January of 2023. That means that if you had $1,000 in this system by January 2023, that $1,000 would ultimately have been $641,000 today. If you started with $100, that would have been $6,413 today as we speak. So the bot is sold at a very low rate to allow individuals like you and I be part of it. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry. With just $20, you can have this bot trade for you for 365 days. And not only that, it gives you the opportunity to have full access to all other Aurum products and services, participate in a marketing plan that maximizes your earning potential, join a community of ambitious, like-minded individuals, and gain access to official training, events, and educational programs. Guys, if you love to travel, you would love Aurum Foundation. I'm just 7 months in this company, and I've been to 3 different countries: Phuket in Thailand, the UAE, Dubai during the launch, and then the Maldives and Southeast Asia for the leadership event. And also, next month in July, we will be in Turkey for our cruise ship membership enjoyment. Guys, oh, you gotta love this company. It opens you to a lot of travel and meeting people all over the world. So you can see that as low as $100, you can be part of Aurum Foundation. So $20 for the bot, and at least $100. With 120, you can get started with Aurum Foundation and grow your wealth steadily. So the amount of money you come in with determines the percentage that you earn on a monthly basis, ranging from the basic standard comfort all the way to the ultimate. You can see, so if you come in with $200, for example, you're going to be earning 10.49% in a month, every month for the next 12 months. If you come in with $10,000 to $24,000, you'll be earning 14.87% every month for the next 12 months, and so on and so forth. But you notice that this bot earns between 16 to 18% a month. It therefore means that if you're on a $100 or $200 contract, you only earn 10.49%. The balance, let's say the bot did 17% for that month, the balance 7% will go back to Aurum Foundation. You could also see that the business contract gives you 13.99%. And so even though you earn 13.99% and the bot earns 16.5% for that month, the company also has some percentages that go back to them. And right about now, this is a company of about 200,000 members globally, and over 80% fall under the basic up to the business contract package. So of course, you can see that the company is earning real good, even in relation to just one of these fintech products, which is the XAI bots. This is a graphical presentation to show you what is possible monthly if you choose to be part of Aurum Foundation using the XAI bot. So we're going to be looking at the 200, the $10,000 and the $50,000 contract. So the $200 contract is going to be 10.4%. That means you're going to be earning $20.80. In 9.6 months, you're risk-free, means that you've earned 2 times the value of your contract. If you're on the $10,000 contract, you're going to be earning 14.8%, which amounts to $1,480. You become risk-free in 6 months and 8 weeks. That means that you've earned $20,000. If you're on the 50K contract, you're earning 16.6%, which is $8,300. That's what you'll be taking home on a monthly basis for the next 12 months. And guys, in just 6 months, you would have earned 2 times the value of your money, which is $100,000. But guess what? By the time you add the power of compounding into what you have just seen, it is amazing for you to see what compounding can do. So please, let's talk a little bit about this graph you see right here. This is based on the fact that you are withdrawing on a monthly basis. And so there's no compounding on here. Every month you are withdrawing. Another thing you can observe is that the higher contracts you come in with, the higher amount of money you come in with, the more profits that you earn, and the quicker you become risk-free. Now, let me show you the power of compounding in Aurum Foundation. And so Alhaji Ibrahim came to me and said, Taj, you know what? My son is in secondary school. I want to invest $500 for him for the next 5 years so that when he comes out, I'll take him to the best universities in the world. So let me put in $500 and leave it for 5 years and see how much it's going to be. When we calculated the value, it came up to $3.4 million. I was amazed. He was flabbergasted. And yet again, that's why the world of compounding is called the eighth wonder of the world. Compounding is called the eighth wonder of the world because of its ability to increase your finances. And so someone will say, Taj, well, $500 is not bad. I can invest that. But the cynicists, the ones who don't believe, the ones who find it hard to believe, will say, but for 5 years, Taj, are you sure this company is going to be here for the next 5 years? And all I have to tell you is simple. If Binance, that went through a lot, is still here and running, what do you think Aurum that has 16 products compared to a 3-product based Binance that survived and thrived? What do you think will happen to Aurum? Of course, it will thrive. The same people who made Binance successful are the same people who are running Aurum Foundation today. That goes a long way to show you that, yes, success is pretty sure. And also, this company has a roadmap, which started from 2023 all up to 2035. On the roadmap, we are already 3 years into what the company has planned, and each and every time the company has outdone itself. This company under promises and over delivers. And so let's look at the results of the XAI board in this year from January up until now. With January, that's 16.85% in the month. And then the trading pool was about 77 million. And as more people continue to join, you will see that the value will increase. Total profit is 11 million plus based on 16.85% of 77 million. February came to 16.96. You see trading pool has increased. Profit is 13 point something million dollars. March came to 17.02%. Once again, trading pool has increased and the profit also has increased in value. And then you had April at 17.15%. At 17.15%, which amounted to over $18 million. And then we had the result for May, which came at 17.33%. And we're waiting for the company to give the full ascertainability of the numbers on here. So let's do a little math. If you are one who withdraws on a monthly basis, January 16%, February, March, just like that, you would have earned 85.31% of your capital. But if you're one of those who choose to compound your money and say, I'm not taking money out, I want it to compound itself so I can make more, you would have done 119.83%. The question I have for you, ladies and gentlemen, is this: will your bank give you this? And so I went on to ChatGPT to calculate what could be value of the compounding interest. And you can see while I'm asking the question, 17.33% in May. And if this is compounded without any withdrawal of profits, how much in total in profits will a capital of 1,000 be by now? And ChatGPT put it on to test and came with a result of $2,198. Means that you'd have earned a profit of over $1,000 upon your $1,000 investment. Ladies and gentlemen, the wealth that AI can give you can amaze you. Go check what Elon Musk said about AI and the immense wealth it's about to create. It is awesome. And I'm so happy to be part of what this company is offering right now. The Aurum cards was what sold me in the business. When I joined Aurum basically because of the card, because I was one who did not believe in the company before. And finally, when I got to Thailand, I saw the card being used. It was clear to me that the company is legit, because you and I know that Visa card and MasterCard have never, I will never give our cards to MLM, bot trading, product-based business. They gave it to only financial companies, financial investors with high liquidity. And so that was me for the first time in Thailand, meeting Leo Shea, who paid for my hotel with the Aurum card. With this, it became clear to me that this company is legit and I wanted to be part of it by all means. So on this day, October 17th, I signed up with Aurum Foundation. And then in January, I finally got my card, and you can see that my face has changed. I'm looking good, and I've been enjoying the card ever since. And so on my way back to Africa, I stopped over in Accra, Ghana to use the card at the airport, and this is what happened. Okay. So I'm in Ghana now. I want to use my Visa card, Aurum Visa card. It's going to touch. Okay. I'll just put my pin in. And it's approved. You see? Live card here in Ghana. Worked one time. You see, Aurum is wonderful. Not only wonderful, Aurum is awesome. And so once again, when I went back to Nigeria, at the ATM, I tried to use the card. I want to try the Aurum card on the Nigerian machine.
Withdraw. Current. Do you want the receipt? No. Then I want 10,000. So charge university. So yes. Transaction in progress. Going. Live. Right here in Nigeria. Got the Aurum card. Pay. Do you want a transaction next? I say no. So give me my card. No. So, live and direct.
You can see live and direct. I use the card and I withdrew money even here in Nigeria from the POS. And I'll tell you guys, since January of this year, I've been using the Aurum Visa card everywhere I go. I use it even in the Maldives, and that will make it the third country that I've used that card. And of course, I will put it to use once again when we get to Turkey by the special grace of God. And so, guys, we've come to a point where we have another powerful AI called Nero. This is so powerful, it does 30% in a month, between 30 to 32% in a month. So when you join Aurum, you have a chance to also use these AI. Aurum has a strategic partnership with Sierra Leone in regards to gold, in regards to the real-world asset tokenization. So tokenization means the breaking down of an asset into divisible units, so that even you and I could own $100, $500, even $1,000 unit of a huge asset worth billions of dollars. And so we see tokenization in gold by Sierra Leone and Aurum Foundation, which gives us the opportunity to earn real gold from our business and open Sierra Leone to global investors who will look into buying these gold. Even EcoBank dropped $15 million to support the expansion of gold tokenization infrastructure in Sierra Leone. And so how it works, let's say you want to come in with $1,000, $500 from that 1,000 will be used to buy gold and kept for the next 12 months. 500 will be used to trade the gold in the commodities market for you, and you earn on a daily basis. At the end of the contract, investors may choose to redeem their allocation in physical gold in Dubai or receive tokenized gold within the Aurum system. And so Africa is not left behind, because we have the Chief of Africa Relations, Bakari Kaloko, who's the ex-deputy finance minister in Sierra Leone and the CEO of Clink Mining. He's also a part of the Aurum Global team. Nick Patel, who's the CEO of the Bank of Bullion, where golds are being kept. He's also a member of the global team of Aurum Foundation, with over 25 years in global finance and gold trading and real-world assets. The Bali real estate was an opportunity shown to us in the Maldives, where we're shown that Aurum already has bought hectares of land in Indonesia, which they want to use in doing real estate on the one part and the resort on the second part. And so based on the democratization of wealth by the world tokenization of real-world assets, you and I, with our $100, $500, 1,000, we can be co-owners of these wonderful real estates. We have the Aurum trading website exchange is fully working today, and a lot has been going on. We have the Aurum staking, which is an opportunity for you to increase the quantities of your cryptocurrencies. So they have an annual yield of over 18, 17, 20%, even here as we speak on the exchange. And guess what? It's so flexible that you can put in your crypto today and take it out tomorrow, and there's no fees on it. And so the Aurum Elite Crew shows to be on the 16th and 19th for next month, and we will be there live and direct with all other members of Aurum globally to have an awesome time. Canada license has been gotten by Aurum, so Aurum is now open in Canada and a new office by the end of this month. And you can see global expansion, which is the next phase from license to full expansion. In fact, last week we were told by Brian Benson himself that the company is currently pursuing over 17 licenses in different countries. And from now until 2027, 2028, we'll have at least 17 different licenses in different countries of the world. So who's eligible to do the business? Who's this business for? Once again, let us listen to the CEO being asked by my good friend John Bone about who's eligible for this business. John Bone is a UK investor with Aurum Foundation, has a huge team, and he's financially free today. So let's listen to the CEO.
Okay, hi guys, I'm here with Mr. Brian Benson, CEO of Aurum. We're here in Victoria, a lovely hotel. Brian's flown in just for a few hours just to meet some of the leadership team. So I guess I've got one very quick question, because I know you've got people waiting for you, Brian. I'm a guy that wants to share this project with the everyday man and woman, okay? So the students, the tradesmen and women, the retirees. Why is it that this project is something that those sort of folks should look at?
Well, I think that's a great question, and I think it's a very simple answer. Up until the most recent sort of decade or the last few years, the financial system has been sort of rigged towards the big guy, right? And in banks, for example, they take in $1,000, they loan out $12,000, they keep all the money. And I think what Aurum is doing is putting that on its head, where we're bringing technology that people can use to make their lives better, but also they can use it to grow a business or to refer their friends to it, right? And so what we're doing is we're sharing the commissions that the banks usually keep for the executives across the entire network. And that's really beneficial to the tradespeople, to the people that have a small amount of money to invest, because they're able to not only get a strong investment here where a lot of the rewards are coming directly back to them, but they're also able to refer their friends and family or other people and make a commission off of that. So I think it's twofold. I think it's one is we're passing as much as we can on to the community, and secondly, we're giving an opportunity to people with very little investment to have some sort of business that can work for them. So.
And give them great hope for the future in what is becoming a very crazy world out there. So listen, I won't keep you any longer.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, Brian. Look forward to seeing you in Dubai.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And so you can hear from the CEO, this business is for everybody, both the young, the old, the retirees, those who have small amount of money and want to create a stream of income, those who have kids that they care for and want to see them grow and earn money with the help of artificial intelligence and all the wonderful products of Aurum Foundation that is made possible. And so at this time, I want to call on my co-host. If we have, let's see if we have Mr. AY, are you delegating? Is it Dr. Demi who's handling the second part of the presentation?
Is Dr. Demi on this call?
Dr. Demi just came on the call now, so let me make him a co-host.
Yes.
Dr. Demi, you see Mr. AY is now delegating his duty to you. Very soon he will be sharing money with you.
Yes, so now
Yes, so he need to share money with you now.
No wahala. No wahala.
All right, over to you, my brother.
Thank you very much, Lawyer Taj, for that first half. I think the first question everybody asks is what makes it different, and I was thinking about another way to look at it just now. If you think of Royal Key or any of the other products that we've seen in the past, you can think of them like a store.
So let me tell you one way that I think Aurum is totally different from anything we've done. Because most of the companies that have lost money in, maybe all they were selling us was ideologies, was academic packages. All they were telling us that maybe they had one product, some trading, some this and that. But this is a company that has 16 different products. Even in the world of fintech, they stand out because there's no other company that gives you a lot of products in regards to AI and automation, the exchanges, and all of that things that comes into it. You know, if you look at Binance today, Binance doesn't have anything artificial intelligence, and that's one way and one thing that Aurum Foundation stands out for in the world today. Even in the world of AI finance, there's no other company that stands like Aurum Foundation.
The analogy I was going to give was actually, if all the other products are like stores, Aurum is like a mall. where you have
Hmm.
different stores. You can
Awesome.
just you can just buy different things. So that's what makes Aurum stand out. And they're actually the first movers in this way. Definitely the first movers in this space. I would not be too, surprised if in the coming year we see other companies come up and try to imitate what Aurum is doing. So that's what makes Aurum Foundation stand out. Is it a Ponzi scheme? Of course, it's a proper company, a proper group of companies with proper products. Each of those products is enough to make any company survive, and that's a fact. There are companies that didn't have products; they just sold us promise in the early days of crypto, and they did ICO, initial coin offering, on the promise that the product was going to be developed in the future. So definitely not a Ponzi scheme. Who's behind it? You've seen Bram Benson, you've seen all the leaders. There are people that are known in the industry. They have the pedigree, they have the experience, they have the network globally as well to deliver on what they say they will. So they also have, in terms of setup globally, they have global presence in Asia, Middle East, Europe, and now North America. Very soon we'll see Africa and Latin America. But the spread is good. And as for legal entities, I think they've also done a good job in how they set up the company. Under what regulatory framework does Aurum operate? So Aurum operates in 4 jurisdictions right now: Hong Kong, United Arab Emirates, the European Union, which is in Poland, and in North America, which is in Canada. So Aurum is currently operating in those 4 jurisdictions and within the regulatory framework of technology businesses in those jurisdictions. For people that ask about institutional grade regulatory cover, Aurum doesn't have that yet. And the company is just it's now June, so we can say it's barely 5 months old. So that's probably still in the works, but right now, Aurum doesn't have that cover. So the next question, I think, is I can't see your screen anymore. What happened? That charge, what happened to your screen? Okay, please go to the next slide. Yeah, can I withdraw my capital? And how does the withdrawal process work? Simple answer, yes. Withdrawal process depends on which of the products. So if you take the flagship product, XAI bots, for XAI bots, you're locked into a 1-year contract. You can withdraw your profits if you're not compounding. The profit will show under the available balance, and you can withdraw it onto either your private wallet or, for example, your Binance Exchange wallet. And usually take anywhere between 24 and 72 hours, depending on, I guess, traffic, for the withdrawal to reflect. But immediately you initiate the withdrawal, it gets acknowledged, and you can see that it's pending. And once it's done, you can also see it on the blockchain. All the transactions happen in the blockchain. For withdrawal outside of the contractual cycle, you draw it at 5% charge on the capital you want to withdraw. But you can only withdraw that on the 1st, 10th, and on the 20th of the month. Is there risk involved, and how is the risk managed? So risk is always classified depending on which dimension you want to break it into. You can say, okay, what are the intrinsic risks of the platform itself? Yes, there's intrinsic risk of the platform. There's intrinsic risks of the products. And there's, of course, the risk of you as a user interacting with the product. So in terms of the products, the risk is being managed by the strategies that each of these trading agents, AI agents or AI bots have in place. And that's been demonstrated over time in products like Zeus bots and XAI bots. They have a strategy to hit a particular target on a daily basis. And usually they don't overtrade, just like humans. They don't overtrade after they hit those targets, and they usually stay within the band. So that's why you can see the average earnings for XAI bot is always hovering around the 17% mark. For other products like Nero is more aggressive, still technically still in beta testing, but there is risk of loss in terms of if you lose access to your password or your system gets hacked or your two-factor authentication get compromised. But the risk have been managed at the product level, at the platform level. And I mean, I see now that if you set up a new account and you're trying to carry out transactions after, it will enforce that you set up two-factor authentication. So the risk have been properly managed as it should be for the platform. Is the profit per day fixed? No. And how are the returns generated? Returns are generated based on the trading strategies of the various AI machines, literally, and the trade volatility on the markets. Just to give you expanded context, they trade the top 20 crypto in the spot markets, especially for XAI bots, as an example. And the profit is not fixed because the volatility is not the same on every trading day. I mean, some days volatility is high, some day volatility is low. What happens during market crashes or high volatility? That is what you call what's the word now? I'm looking for that word. Bonanza. Bonanza. That's the bonanza time for trading bots because it means there is more opportunity in the fluctuations of the market prices. So whether there is volatility or there's market crash, it doesn't really affect how the bot's going to behave because it already has these strategies in place. It already has this predefined stop limits and profit limits. So if the market hits a stop limit, it's just going to flip it, take the loss and move on. The time it will take you as a human to try to process whether you should move your stop or leave it, the bot has taken the decision and has moved on. So it's not like somebody asked, does it mean that the bots don't make losses? No, they make quite a significant percentage of losses, as you can see with Nero, if you are plugged onto Nero. But what happens is they do make significantly more profits than the losses. So I mean, my Nero, for instance, I see that win rate is like 56%, and it's still returning decent amounts. So it's not like the bots are not making losses, but they're always more profitable than their losses, and that's why you get the daily profits that you see in your account. Why should I join now? Now is the accepted time. If you don't join now, like I said, and I always say, you will hear about Aurum in the future, and you hear they're selling a big chunk of their company, or maybe they are doing an IPO, and some people have made bastard money because they plugged in, just like people who got Binance tokens. I mean, I knew people who had Binance token, 100 Binance tokens for free at the onset of the Binance exchange. So now is the best time when it's relatively not known. By the time they get signed up properly in the United States, it will almost be too late at that time. So those are the broad range of questions that people usually ask. Like I tell people that shy money or scared money does not make money. So there's risk in everything, but don't be too conscious of the risk that you forget the opportunities that are sitting before you. So this is the snapshot of the Aurum ecosystem. Out of all of this, the only things that are not live are the payment systems and the blockchain and core assets. Every other thing here is already in the works and it's running. And like I always say as well, people will find out about Aurum later when the POS systems and the ATM systems come out. For the members of this group, I just want to say that when they do launch these things, if we don't have individual money, please let us come together to take possession of these payment systems. I'm not going to say more than that for now, but let's go on, Lawyer Tide, and listen to the roadmap.
Right. So this is the roadmap of the company from 2023 January, and it's already 3 years into it until 2035. And so let's take a listen, take note of all the products and all the things that the company has said that they will do, because it will shock you where this company is going from now to 2035.
February 2023. The world was still living by the old financial logic, but we pressed start. We wanted to create an ecosystem that would unite artificial intelligence and finance to make asset management simple, scalable, and secure. That's how Aurum was born. The starting point was EXAI Bot, the first AI-powered trading solution, an algorithm that laid the foundation for an entire era. From that moment, we began expanding at the speed of light. We've built and are implementing a vision that includes trading AI bots, exchanges, neobank, crypto cards, and real-world asset tokenization, official registration in Hong Kong, and the first features in global media. The creation of Aurum Neobank, the launch of Zeus AI Bot, and the flash loan license surpassing $1 million in profits. The opening of our headquarters in Dubai, where hundreds of industry leaders gathered. The world started to talk about us. We were featured by Binance, Benzinga, Crypto Reporter, and Blockchain Wire. Forbes called us the new infrastructure of global finance. But this is no time to pause. We're gaining momentum. We launch Aurum Academy, strengthen our team, and appoint Brian Benson, a professional with 27 years of experience, as our CEO. Global events in Vietnam, Dubai, and Antalya. Thousands of cards sold, and the launch of the AI agent ecosystem. Today, we stand on the stage of Token 2049 Singapore, alongside the leaders of Binance, Tether, KuCoin, and Tron. And this moment once again proves Aurum is a global ecosystem of worldwide scale. But the most important part, this is only the beginning. The next decade will be one of expansion. In 2025 to 2026, we bring Aurum Neobank to the mass market. Hundreds of thousands of users, millions of transactions. The launch of Aurum Exchange, which reaches $5 billion in trading volume within its first year. AI bots manage over $100 million in assets. The first 5,000 cash-in and withdrawal terminals appear. Aurum establishes its presence in 10 countries and secures its position in the global market. In 2027 to 2028, we raise the bar. Neobank reaches 2 million users and 1.5 million cards. During this period, Aurum Dex, a next-generation decentralized exchange, launches. Personalized AI-based services emerge. Credit scoring and capital management. The first RWA deals worth $500 million are integrated. The terminal network expands to 20,000 points across 20 countries. By 2029, Neobank evolves into a super app. Flight bookings, taxis, car rentals, food delivery, while transactions exceed $20 billion. Aurum Dex cements its position within the ecosystem with $5 billion in trading volume, becoming a key element of Aurum's DeFi direction. AI agents operate for hundreds of thousands of businesses, and RWA grows to $5 billion. Aurum becomes an ecosystem that accompanies users every day. In 2030 to 2033, we reach global scale. Neobank's user base hits 12 million and over 10 million cards. Inside the super app, 15 to 20 integrated services and partnerships with 500 global brands. Aurum Exchange reaches $90 billion in trading volume and enters the top 10 global crypto exchanges. The terminal network expands to 100,000 plus locations across 50 plus countries. The annual Aurum Global Summit gathers 5,000 leaders. By 2033 to 2035, Aurum Neobank enters the top 5 global neobanks with a valuation of $10 billion plus. Aurum Exchange remains in the top 10, while Aurum Dex surpasses $20 billion in trading volume. AI manages over $5 billion in assets, and RWA exceeds $20 billion. We are present in 75 countries, with 1,000 global partners and over 100,000 terminals. The Aurum Global Summit brings together 10,000 industry leaders. Aurum becomes the symbol of a new financial era, a system that made finance accessible to everyone, a story that has already transformed the industry, and a future that already belongs to us.
So guys, that brings us to the end of the presentation for today. You have seen what this company plans to do and all it's doing already. And all the plans that the company has said they want to do, they're already doing it right now as we speak. And so at this point, I'm just going to run through if I have any questions on here before we take the testimony of the lovely Mrs. Loveline Momodu. Oh, so does anybody have any questions, anything they want to say, anything they want to add, or if there's something that was not clear? Any questions before we call on Mrs. Momodu to tell us our experience with Aurum Foundation? Johnson, you're raising your hand. Michael Ado Itagene. Right. So Johnson, you have the mic. Please unmute yourself and ask your question if you wish.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Johnson. How are you doing, sir?
Okay. Can you give us a rundown again, the type of investments and expectations? It was too fast at that time. I couldn't get it right.
Okay, so
$500, $1,000,
oh
like
no,
that.
so all
The
those
investment and what
figures,
is expected
yeah, so all those
monthly and
figures,
what is expected by compounding.
so all those figures were just nominal values. They are not a particular value that you can start with. You can start with $120. That's the least you can begin with. $20 for the bots, then at least $100 as your capital. We're just calculating for you what 200, 500, 1,000 could do. But yet again, we will have this call recorded, as you know, and we'll put it on our YouTube channel. So you can always go back to our YouTube channel and watch the entire video. And anyone who has invited you to come on the call will gladly explain to you how you can get started or if you have any further questions. We also have a WhatsApp group where we'll add you onto like an educational group where we can continuously choose to learn or ask questions therein. Right, so thank you very much for that. And somebody else was raising their hand before. Somebody else had their hand raised. Michael Adu Itagene. Okay, Michael, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, I saw something that the percentages that were put with the different price ranges, like 100 to 250, 10 point this, all the way to 60. But when you did the value over the months, I was seeing 17.3, 17.8. So I just wanted to be sure, are those percentages fixed even when the company makes 16 and 17, or does it also, is that the minimum, those ones that were presented? Then, secondly, is the card in operation currently? Is it something you can get in and you can order? Those are my
Yes.
two questions.
Thank you very much. From your question, I know that maybe you didn't watch the video where I personally used the card even in Nigeria. The card is working in Nigeria. We have over 1,000 members who own or possess this card in Nigeria. They're using it in the shops, in the supermarkets, using it at the ATM, at the POS machines, and getting money. So yes, the card is fully operational. Then in regards to the percentage that you earn on a monthly basis is fixed, but how much you earn on a daily basis is not fixed. It is fixed based on the fact that the amount of capital that you come in determines what percentage you earn. So certainly someone who comes in with $1,000 is not going to earn the same as someone who comes in with $10,000. But yet again, what you earn daily is not fixed. But one thing I understand with the AI is that it has a very powerful risk management system where as soon as it gets to the cutoff that it needs to make for the day, it closes all the trade and don't trade again until the next day. So that way it's been able to make sure that all payments and all the monies in the pool are actually growing in value. So I hope I've been able to answer your question. Yet again, we have this video on the YouTube channel, so you can always go back there. My details are on there. You can get back to me and ask questions if you so wish. Mrs. Lovely Momodu, are you here with us?
Yes, boss. Good evening.
How are you doing? Congratulations once again for hitting the rank of Vanguard Pro.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good
Okay.
evening, everyone.
Yes, so
Good
tell us a
evening.
little bit, how did you get to be in this space of AI and trading and making money while you sleep?
It's not today. The hustle has been real for some time coming now. So as far back as the days of MMM, as far back as Cash FX, Royal Q1 coin. It's just been from one online project to the other, right? And so I liked Sean. We came across Aurum Foundation. And so I was a bit skeptical initially, but I thought to myself, I said, what's the worst that can happen, really? What's the worst that can happen? you can either choose to stay down or take the risk again. Just maybe this might be the perfect move. And so I joined Aurum on the 28th of October 2025 as a novice, like we'll always fondly call it. And to be honest, if I was told at the time that in 7 months, that I would hit the Vanguard Pro rank, I would probably have smiled and said, "It's all right, amen to your prayers and all of that," and from your lips to God's ears, because I felt it was something very, very unsurmountable, like it was a Herculean task, yeah. And so the journey has been interesting, to say the least, from Nova to Voyager to Vanguard, and now Vanguard Pro. Every run came with its own lessons, challenges, and growth. Yeah. There were days when everything seemed to be working so perfectly. You have good prospects, you have enough sign-ups, and plenty of excitement, the adrenaline rush, and all of that. You feel so excited that you are making good progress. Then there will be some other days where it feels like everyone around you have suddenly developed a fear for opportunities and all of that. Almost the rejections came back to back. I won't even lie.
That's
Some
good.
people
That's
wouldn't.
good. That's what I just wanted to ask you. The next question: How did you handle rejections in regards to Aurum Foundation and investment in general?
It was a lot. I swear, it was a lot. At some point, it was beginning to discourage me. Some won't even let you finish explaining before they will say, "No, I'm not interested." Others will tell you, "Let me think about it. I don't want to lose money for these things." And then just disappear into the thing, you won't even see their brake lights anymore. But through all of that, I kept going. The trainings, the presentations, the follow-ups, the team meetings we're always having at the time with HP before the Nigerian team began theirs. When Coach Nnamdi started his own, it was a breath of fresh air, because we felt like, I can actually hear what is being said. Not when HP does his own, we are struggling to hear well. The late night calls and all the small effort that nobody really sees, added up over time. So for me, looking back now, I'm really glad that I didn't quit on those tough days, yeah? Because really, there were times when the result didn't seem to match the efforts that was put in at all.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Now, this leads me to my next question. Did you ever delve into the world of trading? Did you try to trade for yourself? And how come you now trust AI to do it better?
Man, that question is a tricky one, because the truth is, sometimes I can be very impatient. Yeah. I always want to, I'm smart, I want to get it done quickly and move on to the next. So sometimes I'm very impatient. When I joined Royal Q, the first phase of Royal Q, right? I lost, but when the bear market ended and the bull run was around the corner, I thought to myself, I can actually go back into this thing. To be honest, the semi-manual bot that Royal Q had then was still a bit tasking, because if you didn't get your signals right, you probably would end up losing out and bring huge floating losses. So for me, I didn't have the energy for all those headaches. I just wanted something that was automatic. And so when the traders, what they call those guys, that stuff you did at the time, where you can sync your trading cycle. The cycle, exactly. I jumped into it. I said, I beg, I no fish out. I had a lot in my plate in the office.
So you were using my trading cycle by then.
I was using your trade cycle, I no fish out. So I'm not someone that is able to really sit and like, if it's not related to maybe work professional wise, you need to be on top of your game and all of us. Because it was trading, I felt we can actually have it easier. And so that was why when Aurum came to my I got to know about Aurum, I didn't even think twice. I said, this is what we've been looking for, and just maybe this will be the goal we needed to strike, and that was it for me. To be honest, that was it for me. And for me, even when it feels like nothing is happening, every little effort, keeps adding up behind the scenes. Like I always say, the journey hasn't been smooth, but standing here as a Vanguard Pro today, I can confidently say that every sacrifice, every setback was really worth it. And Lawyer Taj, I want to say a special thank you to you, for your mentorship, your guidance, your leadership. you've been a major part of this journey. I won't even lie. Thank you for always pushing us to think bigger, to do better, and to stay focused on our goal. Because your belief in people, like I always tell you, and even commitment to our growth, honestly needs to be studied. Thank you for always seeing the potential in people even before they see it in themselves.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank you very much. I have one more
it's fine.
question before you run away. I know you want to run away. I have one more
No, I'm not
question.
running anywhere.
We've been doing a lot of this trading right from Forex days when they said there was a software trading. From software, you went to bots, you went to semi-bot. We had our cycle. But one thing I understood, seeing what Aurum had to offer, was the fact that you can never fight a technology whose time has come. When you're trading as a trader online, it's very difficult trying to get the right team. But with the help of
Mm-hmm.
artificial intelligence, it has made it very easy
Yeah,
that you don't even need to bother yourself anymore. The
of
AI
course.
carries on the trade for you, and you can do other things.
Yeah. It's plug and play, basically.
Yeah.
It's
So
just
what's
you
your
just build.
advice to anyone who's hearing you about the Aurum opportunity? Because there are some traders on the call, some who have tried their hands on trading, some who think that they can do it, or some who believe that maybe there's some bot out there, but nothing compared to AI. So what is your advice for everyone out there hearing your voice?
So to everyone still on the journey, myself inclusive, I just want us to trust the process. Don't let a slow season convince you otherwise that you're not growing. Some of your biggest gains are happening in the background, like I said earlier, even when you can't see them yet. So what I'll say is you should keep planting the seeds, we keep doing the work, and we keep believing in the vision. One thing is belief, faith. Once you key into that faith and the vision of the company, the sky is the starting point. Every member's training, like I always say, every follow-up, every conversation, every no is definitely bringing you closer to the right yes. Because the key, therefore, for me here is staying consistent, staying in the game, and giving your efforts enough time to pay off. People are quick to try things and they get tired and they want to jump out, right? So giving your effort enough time to pay off, you can't know it all. No man's an island. The truth of the matter is AI has taken over. Gone are days when we want to kill ourselves and want to do things by ourselves. Why stress yourself? AI is used around globally. Science, technology, everything. Even in finance now, we are seeing it pay off. So why kill yourself? Why give yourself the headache when you can have soft life? So for me, you never know. Again, Aurum is a game changer for me. And I'm really glad that I came across Aurum Foundation. I'm really glad that I've been a part of the inner circle team, because if I wasn't a part of them, perhaps I wouldn't have even known about Aurum at this time. So to my team also, you guys are the real MVPs. This rank wouldn't have been possible without your support, your consistency, and your commitment, again, to the vision. We've pushed through the good days and the challenging ones together, and I'm grateful for every one of you. Again, I say this win is ours. And now here's the funny part, Tad. You made that statement, in the write-up you sent when you were congratulating me, that after all this celebration, Aurum definitely has a way of reminding you that the next rank is waiting, And so after the small enjoyment, my dear, you need to roll up your sleeves and get back to work. So it's always putting you on your toes that the work has not ended. You're only getting started, So on a final note, so that I don't take much of our time, I just want to say a heartfelt thank you to every one of you. I'm grateful for how far we've come, and even more excited about, where we are headed. Yes, to greater milestones, bigger wins, and many more success stories ahead. We'll keep coming to give testimonies, and I don't want us sitting on the sidelines. For those of us who are registered members, you need to wake up. Let's push this team building thing. There's so much money to be made in Aurum, whether you like it or not. While we're actually now relaxing, people are cashing out as a mad money. It's not even as if. So for me, we are in it, so we need to take the bull by the horn. For those who are prospects that are on this call who are yet to register, it is time for us to, make that decision. I understand that some of us must have lost money in the past, but again, like I said at the initial when I started this testimony, you can't stay down forever because you lost. You need to pull yourself together and get started again. So I want us to take courage and take that leap of faith. Let's keep building, let's keep growing, and let's keep winning together. I love you guys all. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Loveline Mamodu. That was a wonder one. Please let us give her a round of applause on the call. She's been doing well. She's been one of those who started hosting with me in Zoom, and we saw her grow right from Voyager to Vanguard, and now Vanguard Pro. But she's going to be a Nexus, and then she'll be going into the bigger ranks. So thank you very much for your service. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Lefred.
Right.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve as well.
Thank you very much. So right at this point in time, in closing, I just want to encourage every one of you right here. I don't think $120 is too big for you to begin another stream of income. I don't think so. No matter the situation you are in, just know that even though you have fallen 1,000 times, get up 1,001 times, because right there is the opportunity there, the right one that you have been looking for. And for us, Aurum Foundation has ticked every single box on the right company we have been looking for. Do not waste time. Don't look at your past experiences. Just get going. Tell yourself, I want to get started. There's something with Aurum, yeah? As soon as you have your money in here, no matter how wild it's been sounding, you will begin to understand what fintech products are, what a fintech company is, how these percentages mean a lot for you, and how your money can work for you while you sleep. I used to be a trader before. I traded a whole lot. I couldn't say that I had successful years because some days I could make money, some days I could not. But you cannot compare to AI trading. It is impersonal. Until now, for over 3 years, these AIs have continued to marvel us. Guys, take advantage of the times, leverage on technology, and see your life change. So tomorrow, Thursday, we will be having no Zoom meeting, no prospect meeting, nothing. But Friday, we'll be having our members training. So for those who will join us by Friday, yet again, we'll take you deeper into the network of products of Aurum and how you take advantage of each and every one of them. You are like in a school, because the more you learn, the more you earn. That's what we do in Aurum. And when you become a member, nobody leaves you alone. You are carried along each and every time, and you begin to see opportunities out there. So go out, team, and get your networks ready, because on Friday, we'll be having just one call by 6 p.m., which will be the members training. And after the members training on Saturday, we have our live event, no, Sunday in Abuja. Let me see if I can share that. We have our live event in Abuja, where myself and Mr. AY will be there, live and direct. They'll show you the opportunity in Aurum Foundation. So you can catch us live. Let me check the address for that. So you can catch us live in Abuja this Sunday. This Sunday by 2 p.m. Novare Central Mall, Hall 2 in Abuja this Sunday. So if you're in Abuja or you have friends or relations that are there and you want them to know about the opportunity, here's a chance for them to come and see live and direct the members of Aurum Foundation. After Abuja by Sunday, we're back to Lagos for another Power Pack event the next week, Saturday. And after then, we'll be proceeding to Port Harcourt. And after Port Harcourt, the last weekend of the month, we are back in Accra, Ghana. So please, you guys get ready for us. Make sure you go out there and let people know that there's an opportunity that is changing lives and they should take advantage of being a part of it as soon as possible. Without saying much, once again, I want to thank you all for staying till the end of the call. You guys are wonderful. We do these because of you. Please reach out to your loved ones, your friends, and show them this opportunity is changing lives. And I'm sure you don't want to be the only wealthy person in your family. So please, your children can have accounts here, your loved ones. You can use Aurum Foundation as an empowerment tool to your dependents so that they can have their money grow for them. Once again, thank you all for coming. Like we all do, like we do all the time. Please feel free to unmute yourself to say your goodbye and God bless you while we call it a day. So goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you. See you on Friday for our members call by 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Oh, good morning, Mommy T in the Dubai. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, Lawyer Taj. Okay, goodbye,
Goodbye,
everybody.
Madam Lydia. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Major Taj. Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Dr.
Goodbye.
Francis. God bless you all. So this
Okay.
recording will be on the call, will be on the Zoom, it will be on the YouTube channel.